And new tonight, the manatee is about to be taken off the endangered species list. The decision is controversial as environmentalists worry about the impact this will have on the survival of the sea cow. The animal would instead be reclassified as threatened. An official announcement is expected to be made in the coming days. So to break down what this all means, we turn now to John Rogers. He joins us live in Apollo Beach. John?
Good evening, Jen. We're here at the Manatee Viewing Center, and this is the place to be to see these animals in action. In fact, we've been seeing a little pod of manatees kind of hanging out and poking their snouts out between those two docks right over there. Now, this change in classification, as a whole, officials say, is great news, but it doesn't change much for us. Officials say that this viewing center will probably be the closest that we can actually get to these manatees. If you're lucky enough to spot them,
I think they're really cute.
they can be quite the sight.
I think they're just fun to watch.
But for many years, the Florida manatee has struggled in numbers. Since the 70s, it has been on the endangered species list, and we mainly have ourselves to blame.
They stay in water usually 6 feet or less when they travel, and that's prime area for boaters.
But the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is now considering taking them off the endangered species list. Officials have been surveying the numbers of manatees in the state, and it looks like the protective programs are working and the animals are thriving.
You protect something, if you do it the right way, their numbers do come back up, but you can't just delist them completely.
The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service plans to delist the species to threatened. This is good news, but the animal will still be under a lot of federal protections.
I think anything that comes off the endangered species list is good, because that means that we're changing the environment, I would imagine, back to the environment that these creatures should have.
Since our precautions have been so successful, federal officials want to keep it going. That means boaters still need to avoid them, and swimmers can't approach them or feed them. The manatee is a beloved symbol in this state, and officials want to preserve them for future generations to enjoy. Every so often, we're still seeing the manatees poke out their snouts and the flippers out of the water. Now, officials plan to make a final decision sometime in the next coming days, and then after they'll have a period of public comment before they make this decision final. Back to you, Jen.
John Rogers live for us in Apollo Beach. Thank you, John.